Hello everyone, so today in this video I want to talk about some very effective strategies that I personally use in my own life and I highly recommend for focus and to enhance your creativity and increase your chances of success. So focus, okay, so what exactly does it mean to focus? Everybody hears this word all the time, but most people they don't actually process the true definition, the true meaning. They don't actually feel what focus actually is. So focusing is basically channeling your attention on one thing at a time. For example, when I am meditating, let's say I have a candle, and the whole goal of my meditation is to bring my awareness on the flame of the candle. Every time my thoughts start to wander away, I consistently bring my attention back to the flame, and I'm training my brain to focus on that candle. That is focus. It's saying yes to one thing and no to everything outside of it for a extended amount of time. Okay, so the first two things I'm going to talk about in this video have everything to do with that principle. Okay, so they help to build the muscle of focus. They help to build that skill, because focus is a muscle, and we're constantly diverted away from our focus. Our attention is constantly robbed of us, essentially, from social media, pornography, and even social aspects, friends, family, relationship issues or relationships, even the normal 9-to-5 jobs typically rob people of focus. And so, what you want to do to re-channel and harness your focus is, first of all, you want to start reading books, okay? Number one, read books. When you're reading books is essentially a meditation, while at the same time, of course, you're developing reading comprehension, etc., but you're programming your mind, you're forcing your mind to focus on one thing at a time. Those lines, those sentences, those words, and really the content of what the book is actually saying. Reading a book is probably the single most easiest form of meditation, and it's very easy to follow along. Basically, when you read a book, as you go along through the pages, your mind is focusing on one flow of consciousness at a time, and it's teaching your brain to stay on the same subject for a long period of time. And it's also helping you formulate thoughts and build critical thinking skills. And it's just an overall amazing tool to build focus. There's a reason why every successful person on the planet has recommended reading, right? Everyone always talks about how much they read. Reading. Ever since we were a child, we always heard about how important it is to read, and how if you want to be intelligent, you want to read. Well, it's not really about the information you learn from the books, but it's more about the habit of reading itself, just what reading does to the brain. And when it comes to reading, I definitely recommend actual paper or hardcover books. Okay, the physical object, not some kind of like Kindle book. Okay, Kindle books are great if you want information, but when it comes to the meditative and focus aspects, the tangible book, there's something magical about it that just seems to be unparalleledly effective for this not only comprehension of the information, but also building that habit of focus. So can't say it enough, can't be talked about enough. Reading. I should have a whole entire video just about reading. So number 2 on this list is another activity. It's meditation, obviously. So what is meditation? Meditation, in essence, is basically the art of teaching your brain to focus or to not focus at all, essentially. So throughout the day, we're constantly bombarded by different influences from the outside world. Our mind is being manipulated by external circumstances, whether we know that or not. When we're out in the world, let's say we're at the grocery store, we've got all these candy bars and different food choices, and it's influencing our brain. Our brain is absorbing all of this different information, and we have an opinion on all of these different food items and things in the store. And then there's all these people at the grocery store, and some people have crazy social anxiety when they go in the grocery store, and someone looked at them wrong or bumped into them, or this lady's in my way, etc. Maybe the line is too long, and there's all these things that are influencing our consciousness, not intentionally, but it's just the way it works. And of course, this is just one example. I mean, traffic is another example. People you meet at your office or at your work life, your work environment, at school, or just walking through nature. Seeing a bird go by, it sparks your thoughts in some way. Obviously, social media is the worst. Because when you scroll through your newsfeed on Facebook, or you scroll through Instagram, you scroll through YouTube videos, you scroll through Google articles and shit like that. I mean, let's just say like Instagram, when I scroll through my Instagram feed, I've seen a dog lick its owner's asshole. I saw Dmitry Kokov overhead press 500 pounds. I see a Taekwondo fighter kicking someone in the face. I see what my favorite fitness YouTuber ate for breakfast. And I see a picture of two random people I don't even know kissing. And a advertisement for Spotify, all within 5 seconds, right? I see all of these things. And so this is very overstimulating to the mind, and it guides your focus in all kinds of crazy places in a very short amount of time. So it short circuits the brain essentially. And so you want to do the exact opposite of what the Instagram newsfeed, Facebook newsfeed, and all this crap does to you. And that would be just sit and basically listen to the sounds in your environment. And every time your mind starts to wander off, channel your awareness back to the sounds you hear. This will calm you down. This will cause your mind to be calm and still, motionless. And there will be a lot more room for creative thoughts. While at the same time, you're disciplining your mind. You're training your mind to do as you say. And so that when you do want to focus on writing a book or finishing an essay for school or whatever it may be, focusing on a conversation when you're talking to your friends, your mind will listen a lot more effectively if you've trained your mind through meditation or through forcing it to read a book. There's many different types of meditation though. You could also lay down with your hands on your stomach, breathe into your stomach as slowly as you can, and the in breath as slow as you can, the out breath even slower, and bring your attention to the breath. No words or thoughts should be in your brain. Anytime your brain starts to be filled with thoughts and all these things, just bring your attention back to the breath. Your mind will constantly wander, and that's fine as long as you are doing or meditating with the intention of bringing your attention back to your breath each time. You could do this with music even. You could listen to music and really listen and bring your attention to the sound of whatever music you're playing. And every time your mind drifts off, you sort of think about something that happened to you or your inadequacies, whatever it is, bring your mind back to the music or the song that you're listening to. Okay, and this will be very calming for the brain, and this will build focus tremendously. Okay, These are two most essential tools ever, and if you're not doing them, you have no business taking supplements for focus. So, right, this is the fundamentals here. So the third tip I have for focus would be one of my favorite supplements I've been using for the past 3 months or so, and that would be Go-To Cola. Now, there's many different forms of Go-To Cola. Okay, this is just a pure dried herb. Okay, the dried powdered herb, and I take about 1 to 2 grams depending on the day. Lately, I backed off of the Go-To Cola, and I'm gonna start taking in smaller dosages, really. But if I need a short burst of creativity and focus for like 12 hours or so, I'll use a tincture with Go-To Cola and other synergistic herbs. This one has Go-To Cola, ginkgo, biloba, skullcap, and then it also has sage and rosemary. A lot of people don't know, but rosemary is a very, very powerful spice or herb for boosting cognitive function. Very, very powerful. So add it to your food or drink it in a tea. Herb Farm's products are very, very potent, so if you want some to start with, this is good. I use 1 dropper full of this tonic along with this Vibrant Energy Tonic, which is basically a combination of ginsengs, and it does have Go-To Cola in it as well, but its main ingredients are Korean red ginseng, Fotai, Siberian ginseng, and then Go-To Cola, Damiana, licorice, and other ginsengs. It's mainly just ginseng with Go-To Cola. And this has a great balancing and synergistic effect. You could find Go-To Cola teas and tinctures and all sorts of things. Just try different things and see what works for you. I think this is the best place to start, though. I have a whole video on Go-To Cola. You check that out. I also find that red wine along with yerba mate and a little bit of high quality black tea, combined with a good meal of eggs, greens, and some type of complex carbohydrate, along with the tinctures here, tend to provide an amazing shift in focus for me. So Go-To Cola, meditation, and books. There you have it. If you have any questions or comments, post them down below. Love to be talking to everyone. I appreciate everyone's comments. I'll talk to you soon.